Evening, everyone. Icy here. I'm running for president in 2024. Just wanted to touch base with you. A couple of quick things. Uh, we got this smoke coming in from Canada. All these fires, they're raging uncontrolled. Well, look at it this way. With all this smoke covering the land, you are preventing sunlight from striking the ground and also for striking the water. So it's going to cause temperatures to drop, not to rise. So the people that are screaming climate change and global warming, well, you are looking at a precursor which, if it gets worse, will perform into an ice age, not global warming. So let's everybody, get their heads out of their butts and start seeing reality for what it is. Excuse me. It's climate. It changes daily. Get over it. Okay? Now, other issues. We have the mayor of New York City, Eric Adams. Two things that are just going totally crazy and showing that the city has gone into a sewer. Number one, he's put up vending machines to offer people that do drugs, crack pipes, lip balm, all this in Narcan, whatever that, for getting people that are overdosed, out of to get back into shape and start all over again. No, that's stupid. You don't promote drugs, you're supposed to stop drugs. And I don't want to hear this, they need a safe space. A safe space is get them locked up in jail and clean them up, dry them out. That's a safe space. Then they're under medical supervision and they get a good 3 meals a day. Just giving these idiots drug paraphernalia so they can get high, it's just wrong. That's all you need is have somebody, and they're talking about putting out vending machines to give out syringes. How stupid do you have to be to do that? Not only that, but he's also asking the citizens in the city to take in illegals into their home. Okay. Did Mayor Eric Adams take in some illegals into his home? I don't think so. He wants other people to do what he's not going to do himself. That's the way Democrats operate. Just look at the ghettos, the poor areas of the city. They live in affluence and they say, oh, well, you can't get any better because it's the white man's problem. They blame other people, blame the white guy for the problems with the black. They blame the Latinos. It's a game. It's just a game that they have learned to play oh so well. And everybody just should sit back and do your own research. Don't take my word for it. Look and see who supported the black community, who supported people that were hurting, and who didn't. Historically, you're going to find that the Democrats have been undermining people since the very beginning. And it was Republicans that supported equal rights, the right to vote, the right for women to vote, that freed the slaves, that wanted the blacks to have the same exact rights as white people. It was the Republicans that supported the women's right to vote and all the things that the black community wanted to do. And what did the Democrats do? Father of the KKK, the creator of Planned Parenthood, who was a Democrat, wanted to reduce the size of the black population by getting people to just keep aborting the babies. Margaret Sanger. And you got the people that the Democrats elect. Former, Senator Harry Byrd or something like that. He was a Grand Kegel for the KKK and he was Hillary Clinton's mentor. Come on. So you got the Democrats are screwing with people, just, keep them under control. If they can keep them poor, and just depend upon the government, then the Democrats are happy. So that's what's happening right now. So putting people in the homes, okay, You put somebody in your home, all of a sudden, the guy turns out he's a murderer. Turns out he's a rapist. Rapes your daughter. I mean, you don't know these people. Mayor Eric Adams doesn't know these people. So, what's he do? He's passing the buck on everybody else. Typical Democrat tactic, okay? So don't fall for it. Don't believe the bullshit. New York City is a sanctuary city. You people, and there's 8 Democrats for every 1 Republican in New York City. So remember this. You people voted for his ass. Deal with it. It's your problem. It's not the rest of the state's problem, okay? Now, let's get on to the number one issue that I'm going to talk about right now. Drag queens. I don't call them drag queens. I call them pedophiles. Because if you're an adult and you're pretending to be a woman and you're putting on supposedly sexy clothes and you're dancing provocatively in front of 6, 7, and 8-year-old children, bending over, showing your hairy ass, having your dick and balls being just hanging there by a thong or a G-string, whatever the hell you're wearing, and you think it's proper for you to do that in front of children, guess what? You're a pedophile, and your ass should be in prison, okay? Children are off limits if I'm elected. Children are off limits to all you people. Teachers that talk about gender equality and crap like that, that is going to be taken out of the schools if I'm elected, period. You are not in school to learn that you are confused and you're a guy, but you really are a girl, and we need to have, get you all surgically corrected so that you're actually who you should be. No, you are who you are because God made you that way. So let's not go there. You are a teacher. You are to teach math, history, science, English, writing. That's it. You are not to teach anything else. Your job is not to be the parent. Your job is to be an educator. You are to guide, not indoctrinate children. So, if I get elected, we're going to overhaul the education system. The Department of Education is going to go bye-bye. I don't need it. We need to allow the states to take control of their education system again. Now, I've spoken about this before. When Jimmy Carter developed the Department of Education, he stopped the teaching of history and started imposing social studies. Social studies originally would touch on everything that was in the history books, but then it has gradually morphed into something that ignores a lot of the historical facts that happened. And to speak about certain things is taboo, like you're not supposed to talk about God, but you can talk about Satan. You're not supposed to talk, deal with religion, except if you're a Muslim, then you got to cater to the Muslims. So it's wishy-washy. There's no set pattern except to undermine the children and to impose your own personal beliefs upon them instead of just basic education. Math. That Common Core math, that shit is gone. We're going back to old school math because I don't need somebody to tell me you want to get close to the correct answer. Okay? You want the specific correct answer. Do you know why? It's very simple. You have a doctor who says you need 3.5 milligrams of this particular medication. Well, if you don't know what they're talking about, if you don't know how to do the measurements correctly, you could wind up with 35 milligrams of the medication and kill you. These people that are teaching Common Core, and I know a lot of the teachers don't want to teach it, but they want to keep their jobs, and I can understand that, okay? But we're going to have to stop the Common Core crap and go back to basic mathematics. Long division, multiplication, adding and subtracting, and then algebra, calculus, trigonometry. We're going to do away with liberal arts courses. High school, we're going to start implementing shop classes again. We're going to instruct the career counselors to stop pushing liberal arts classes for students. Not every student that's in high school deserves to go to college. Not every student in high school wants to go to college. What we should be doing in high school is allowing the kids to make choices for their own lives. Do you want to go to college? Fine. You tell me what you want to do in college. Tell me where you want to go for a college. Do you want to go to a trade school? Well, let's look at the financial differences between a trade school and a college and see if it's more feasible for you to go to a trade school. Simple. You go to a college, 4-year degree, what? $150,000 to $200,000. So now you're a student with a degree in a job that you may or may not get hired for. But if you have a trade, we are in short supply of mechanics. We are in short supply of mechanical engineers, people that can sit there and with using a lathe draw out stuff that needs to be done. We are in short supply for air conditioning, refrigeration specialists, for people that do electricians, that do water pipes, water mains. We are really short on all these desperate skills. When's the last time you saw somebody with a degree in philosophy? Or, I know a guy, dear God, I know a guy who has a doctorate in history. Now, I have some college courses. I've never attained a college degree. And we used to have little chit-chats. He hates me because I know more about history than he does. And he's a doctorate in history. And that's what I'm pointing out. You don't need a sheepskin to be knowledgeable. You don't need to go to college to be educated. What you need is drive and ambition to better yourself. That's all. So, the students, I would recommend we start bringing back shop classes. I know a lot of these kids would love to know how to work on cars, how to weld. Welders make pretty damn good money. There are underwater welders that make like $100 to up to $1,000 an hour. But yet we're not pushing any of these schools because the colleges make money off of the government loans. The colleges emphasize to the career counselors to stress certain courses to fill their their student ranks, so they have that added income on a annual basis. So let's just focus on getting the kids down the right path and getting the indoctrinators out of their way. Okay? Well, that's it. This is my third video. My name is James MacCarthy. I'm running for President of the United States. I know I probably won't make it. I'm going to be a write-in candidate. I'm not paying nobody to add my name to a list. And like I said before, I can't see spending a couple of $1,000,000 to get a job that pays $400,000. It makes no sense. All right, IC out.